right, people, what in all the hells is going on? What's going on? It is nice and chilly and wet outside right now. So what I did, I ordered me some nachos from Casa Olay and some other shit that I probably was better off not even ordering. Whatever, dude. And I got my window open because I was letting some air in here, but now we have a little front that came through. And down here in Houston, Texas, during this time of year, you know, you generally anytime there's a change in weather, moisture comes along with it. So it's rainy and cold outside right now. And I have my little tea with my halls dropped in here. There we go. But what I just did, I just watched Black Adam. I ordered me some nachos because I was watching Justice League, not the movie, the cartoon on HBO Max. And today just so happened to be the day that Black Adam started streaming on HBO Max. So, but I woke up this morning, I was watching that shit yesterday. I think I'm in I'm still in season 1 of that shit. I think it's like 4 seasons of Justice League. It's the kiddie Justice League cartoon. I don't much care for it, but I don't watch everything else on HBO Max. I don't have nothing else to watch. That's like the last thing before I finish watching all the DC cartoons on HBO Max. But it is what it is. Actually, I don't think it's the last. I think it might be a couple of the animated series I might. Like Superman or Batman, the animated series they might have on there that I might not have watched, but I kind of skip over. Go away, cat. But anyway, I just watched fucking Black Adam. And it ain't the best movie. It ain't bad. I ain't gonna sit here and say that it's bad. But it did piss me off because it started off with fucking subtitles. I don't know what the hell else would piss somebody off that's vision impaired more than turning on a movie and the first thing you fucking get is fucking subtitles, which means there's people talking the first 5-10 minutes of the movie. You don't know what the fuck is going on because they going and there's some shit on your screen down here at the bottom that you cannot fucking read. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Just why can't everybody fucking just speak English? You know what I'm saying? It's a movie made for an American English-speaking, at least, audience. You know? Just have everybody fucking speak English. What's so fucking hard about that? You know? Now have them speak English in a fucking, funny accent or whatever the fuck part of the country they happen to be in at the goddamn time. I mean, not part of the country, but part of the world they happen to be in. You know? It did that in the fucking cartoon, the Justice League cartoon I was just telling you about. And there probably a couple other cartoons that I've been watching where some fucking sometime what was that? Matter of fact, in Justice League, when Bane show up, they fucking speaking Spanish the first part of the goddamn episode. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm watching a goddamn Justice League cartoon. Why the fuck is this, It ain't the first time that I've noticed Bane speaking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck else I was watching with, whatever. Because they had Danny Trejo was playing fucking, doing the voice of fucking Bane. It's weird. But it ain't the first time. I don't know Bane's name. I don't know his descendant. He might be of, Hispanic descent or something like that. He might be. But watching, I want to be able to hear what the fuck is going on. And have to fucking just throw away big chunks of the fucking episode because you don't know what the fuck people talking about. So I'm watching Black Adam. And it's like, okay, it don't matter if they speak in Spanish or not. You just waiting for Black Adam to show up. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting there waiting. You like, you go through all this bullshit in the first part of the movie. You just wait for Black Adam to show up. You don't give a fuck about shit else. I just watched the movie. Movie ain't been off 10 whole minutes. I can't remember a whole bunch of shit that happened, especially at the beginning. But with as somebody who follows this shit, I don't really read comics because my eyes went bad before I can decide I wanted to start reading comics. So, most of my comics is picked up over the internet. I'm familiar with most of the stories, but not, reading the comics. And watch a bunch of the cartoons and you just wait, when you watch these movies to see who in the movies. And they fuck around, they were like, well, Carter, blah, blah, blah. When they said the name Carter, they never said the whole name. They never said Carter Hall or no shit. They just called the dude Carter. I'm looking, I'm like, is that who I think it is? Because they never say it. I don't believe they do. They never say Hawkman in the movie. They never say Hawkman in the movie. It's kind of obvious after a certain point that that's fucking Hawkman. And I'm like, it's a black guy. Okay. I mean, if you want to think about it, I don't know what kind of shit they got going on with Hawkman and stuff in the movie or whatnot, but that's somebody who actually dies and reincarnates. I don't know if they going with that kind of Hawkman or the Thanagarian from way out yonder ways, or they mix some shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's a black Hawkman. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I was fine. You know what I'm saying? I was fine. I was like, okay, it's a black Hawkman. I mean, everywhere else they switching motherfuckers up. Shit, it was a black fucking Sunfire or Firestar, Sunfire, whatever that broad name in fucking Titans. I mean, technically she's an alien. Well, I mean, Hawkman's an alien too. So I don't know. That was the first thing you get up. Now the first big grin I got was that I saw. I can't think of that actor's name. Actors. I don't know if you call them actresses or actors. Actors. Whatever. Sachin, was her name Davis? The Amanda Waller chick. You can't never remember the name of these fucking people, man. I think her name is Davis. I can't remember. She got an old country name. But yeah, I was happy when I saw her. I was like, yeah, anytime I see returning actors, that means there's going to be some kind of continuity in the movies or whatever. It ain't just popping up and it's some different person playing Amanda Waller. You know what I'm saying? It's just, okay, that's such and such Davis playing Amanda Waller. So there's some continuity going on here. That's nice. I like to see that. It gives me hope about DC movies. It does. It gives me hope about DC movies because I've been following the Marvel movies since day one. From Hulk all the way up until now. I've seen them all. I've seen all the little series, and I've seen the fucking the little one shots in Disney Plus and all that shit. I've seen all that shit. So if I can go 20 years of Marvel, you know what I'm saying? I can follow that shit. I'm like, okay, we can do this right here. I like the DC movies to a certain point. I think DC decided to stop trying to catch up with Marvel and just started doing DC. You know what I'm saying? Do DC. Don't copy Marvel. Don't try to catch up with Marvel. Just do DC movies. And you know what? It works fine just for me. You know what I'm saying? It works fine just for me. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I did this a while ago. I was like, my two favorite comic book movies is Joker and the Snyder Cut of Justice League. And prior to that, it would have. I mean, if you just go comic book, it would have had to been one of the Marvel movies, probably the Endgame shits, in one of those. You know what I'm saying? It's just typical stuff. Because those movies kind of deserve it. But Justice League, the Snyder Cut, the fucking 9-hour long ass movie, how the fuck ever long it is, and and Joker. I was like, I don't know if that went to the top of the list or straight to number 2. I don't remember which one. I don't. But that went right out. I didn't do a review on that movie. I don't think I did, but I mean, I could have. I don't know. I'm not going to go look on my channel to see if I did or not. But it's the Joker was a movie, and I like all these DC movies because they're not Marvel movies. You know, all these movies ain't made for the whole family. They not. The DC movies, I think, should be like kind of like they doing now, to where it's like, I mean, you ain't just got to go over the top with the shit where all of a sudden you just got all kind of raunchy, nasty-ish. I mean, you can, because, I mean, there's boobs and bare ass and Titans on HBO Max. There just is. You know what I'm saying? And I like Titans. Titans is the same shit. That's not Teen Titans. It's Titans. This is grown folk shit we watching here. Folks die. You know what I'm saying? You'll figure that real early. The first thing Black Adam do before you even see his face is he just dusts the motherfucker. Like, literally. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that motherfucker is dead. It ain't no, he laying on the ground rolling around so he just unconscious and the hero's going about their bit. No, this motherfucker's dead. And there's about 30 motherfuckers after him that's gonna get killed before you even see Black Adam fucking face. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. I love it. They're kind of morbid. You know what I'm saying? But you stay true to the comics that way. Because if you look at comics, ain't none of them, I ain't gonna say none of them. Comics, like the written comics, the drawn and hidden, those shits are gross. You put that shit up on the screen, whatever the little rating committee is, your shit would not get, you would not be able to release that shit unless you go straight to DVD. You know what I'm saying? You just wouldn't. They'll give you a fucking rating where you can't show that shit. You have to be like 60 years old to be able to watch that shit. Like, for real. It's just like, nah, you can't put all this shit in there. Fuck rated. Rated R wouldn't come close. You know, and Black Adam was like, okay, you know, it's the whole part of the character. Black Adam is not a fucking hero. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that they keep it like that. But, you know, I mean, they can do what the fuck they want. As far as the character. They know the character a whole lot better than I do. I just know that Black Adam is, you know, he kind of like, well, no, he not like Dr. Doom. He not. Because Dr. Doom got his own shit. You know, Dr. Doom should get his own fucking movie like Black Adam did. It's just Marvel. Stop fucking around with this kid shit. I want fucking Miss Marvel. No bullshit. Make a fucking rated R Dr. Doom movie. I don't give a damn if it's tied in with the fucking Fantastic Four. That shit, it needs to be visceral. It does. They need to have a series of shit that's just visceral. Not just over the top gross. But you know, everything can't be just middle of the road type of shit where everything is like a fucking Thor movie. You know? Just think about it. How many people actually, you know, I watched the movie a couple of times. I seen where fucking Thor killed fucking Thanos. Did I know that he chopped his head off? No. I didn't get that until like way afterwards. It was whole another movie came out that he chopped his head off. But they didn't make that shit blatantly obvious during the fucking chop. You just know that Thor went over there and finished the deal. You ain't know that he just went over there and just chopped fucking, you know, like goddamn. No, I think that shit should have been like out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Just out in the open. Just chop this fucking head off. We gonna make sure this shit right here ain't happening no more. Kind of like in Justice League, the Snyder Cut, where fucking they had already beat the fuck out of fucking Steppenwolf and was getting ready to throw his ass back through that goddamn portal. You know what Wonder Woman did? Wonder Woman was like, you know what? Right before he got through that goddamn portal, she went over there and chopped his head. It wasn't no goddamn... it wasn't no bullshit about, well, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. None of that. No. We wouldn't chop the fucking head off. Kind of like they did in Doctor Strange, where fucking Captain Britain or Captain Carter or whatever her name is. I forgot. Captain Carter. Captain Britain is something totally different. Where you had to put the screen in slow-mo and do all kind of high-tech ass shit to see that she got fucking sliced in fucking two by that goddamn shield from the Maximoff chick, Wanda. You know, they put it in there, but they didn't make it 100% obvious what the fuck happened. They had fucking, you know, Black Bolt Head do some weird shit, and I don't know what the fuck he did to fucking, what's the Reed Richards. They did some weird ass shit to him. It's kind of gross, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they getting there. They getting there, but it's just like Black Adam was like, nope. He just shocked that dude in the ass, and you just kill the motherfucker, just blatant, just outright, just kill the motherfuckers. Boy, we need more of that. Not a whole lot more, but yeah, a little bit more. I need a fucking Punisher movie. They legit. We need a Punisher movie, and it need to be like this shit on fucking Netflix. The movies on matter of fact, Marvel movies need to be more like the old Netflix shit. You know what I'm saying? It need to be like the individual shows, not the Defenders. The Defenders was kind of homogenized or whatever, and we all know that fucking Iron Fist was about shit. But that's what it need to be like. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil. The movies need to be like that. It need to be some gritty ass shit in it. I think they moving towards that in a little bit. But anyway, I watched the Black Adam, and I'm like, I was looking for shit. I tried to stay away from all the headlines because I've seen some of the headlines, and then, you know, they sometimes you gotta just look past that shit because they looking for clicks, and they looking for reasons to just stick the Rock picture up there and put a headline under it just so you can click on it and see what the fuck. Man, I learned just to skip all that shit. I will read that shit after I've seen the movie, and I don't see movies until they start streaming because I'm vision impaired. It don't make any sense to go to no goddamn movie. So I skipped all the little headlines, and every once in a while something will skip through the way you'll see a headline and the Rock is mad about some shit, or he don't want to do this, and he upset. You know, it's always something. And then you read the article, and there ain't nothing close to what the fucking headlines say. So you just stay away from all that shit. So I'm watching a movie, and the thing that got me with the movie itself was that the color. I hate fucking what's that shit that's set out in the Middle East or in the desert? Everything is fucking beige, yellow, or some shit. Beige, yellow, brown. You know, it's just, I don't know. That puts me in a fucking weird ass mood where I don't want to watch the movie. It does. You got a bunch of dust and smoke and shit everywhere, then you can't see nothing. It's just like, man, come on. You know, at least the Marvel movies is bright. This shit is just, You know what I'm saying? It's just, But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm guessing that it's supposed to be set in the Middle East, and that's what Kahndaq is, I guess. It ain't fucking Wakanda. I can tell you that for goddamn sure. It's not even fucking Latveria. But I'm watching a movie and I'm just like, okay, I see where they going. This is for me. You bring in the other shit. I had just watched some shit on, on HBO Max with all my little cartoons and all that shit. So Dr. Fate is like fresh in my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, I had watched some stuff that was on Dr. Fate, like it was either this morning or yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see how close the cartoon come. I was like, I think it was the same guy, Kent or whatever, some old dude with a helmet. You know, I've seen some shit last week or whatever, different show. Just had I think it was Batman or some shit. It had Dr. Fate in it, and pretty much kind of the same, except for he didn't have no problems with the fucking helmet and all this other shit. But it's always different when you're watching shit, from medium to medium. The other people, they didn't want to put the helmet on. They was like, man, you put the helmet on, you might not be able to take it off. Then you got the other motherfuckers that put the helmet on and take it off at will. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. It just depends. So we get the Dr. Fate. So I was kind of excited about that, but any other time before, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about what the fuck a Dr. Fate was. Like, really, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You have to really, really be keeping on top of that, and that's part of the fucking the DC shit that you wouldn't naturally just keep on top of. Dr. Fate, Zatanna, Zatara, all those magical people, Constantine, and fucking the demons, Etrigan and Jake Blood, or whatever that fucking dude name is, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't really keep track of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just wouldn't. You wouldn't keep track of all that shit. And even if you're watching a team show that, you'll run across it, but it's like a one episode every so often thing, the way you run across it. So it wouldn't stick in your fucking head. Dr. Fate was one of those. I'm like, yeah, it sound goofy, Dr. Fate. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching the movie. I'm like, why wouldn't Dr. Fate be able to defeat this fucking demon? Because it's not a Dr. Fate movie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like, why? Because it's not a Dr. Fate movie. As far as I'm concerned, as far as what I've seen, Dr. Fate should be able to neutralize that goddamn demon. You know what I'm saying? He just should. He just fucking should. Same way if you watching some shit and Dr. fucking Strange come up with something, there's no reason. If you just, understand the lore, watch what's going on in the movie, that whoever shouldn't be able to just take the fuck care of whatever problems there in front of them. It's just that, okay, it's not their fucking movie to take care of that. They got to let somebody else do it. They had that. Then they had the two other fucking characters, which Atom Smasher and I don't even remember the chick name. It's not fucking important at all. Atom Smasher is better off not even in the movie, and that chick is better off not even in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like both of them. You got Hawkman or just Carter, Dr. Fate or Kent, and then you got the other two, which is fucking Atom Smasher, which is, I don't know who came out first, but basically it's another Ant-Man type of deal, except for he didn't get smaller, he just got bigger. So he can make himself real big and do the same goofy ass shit that Marvel did with Ant-Man when he got big. He just big, slow, just... It reminds me of the cartoon I watched way back in the day where Ant-Man was one of the characters. It was like 3 characters they always followed. I don't know, it's some Marvel cartoon. I remember Black Panther being in it a bit, but I don't know. But Ant-Man was in it. Every episode, get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Every episode. He get real big and then don't do shit. Like, what's the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? You just grow fucking 20 goddamn stories and proceed to either get knocked the fuck out, which did happen to fucking Adam Smash in this movie. Because Adam jumped up and popped him right in his goddamn jaw. He just, It was funny because he was on the ground snoring. It was trying to make sure he wasn't dead. The chick went up on top of her to make sure he wasn't dead. He was laying on the ground. And Black Adam fucking put his ass to sleep. Oh, man. That was funny. That was it. Well, he's certainly alive. Motherfucker was asleep. The action in the movie is kind of all over the place, but for somebody who's vision impaired like me, you just kind of take it for what it is. It's not important to fucking see. You know what I'm saying? Black Adam moves around and just throws people all over the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of times in the movie where he just and literally throw a dude like 10 miles off. Just like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? He just blurs everywhere. Like, you would expect to see the Flash dude that you never see the Flash do. It's weird. It's a couple of things in the comics as far as the medium that I take in, where I see people that are dashing, move around and real fast, kind of like you would think the Flash would do. The Flash don't do shit but leave a fucking trail behind him. You know what I'm saying? The Flash is supposed to be the most overpowered motherfucker in the goddamn DC Comics. No, I'm saying he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Unless he just run across somebody that's invulnerable like Superman or some shit, where, I mean, he just physically ain't strong enough to do nothing to him. But, I mean, he's not I mean, he's fast, but he's not like normal strong either. He ain't like me, but I can just run super ass fast. No, I mean, the Flash is strong as fuck, at least compared to regular people. You know, he can carry motherfuckers 300-400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And run at the fucking, you know, he's strong. He's just not Superman strong. Let tea cool off real fast. But he's supposed to be able to just fuck people off. Like, seriously. In a blink of an eye, you're supposed to just be out of there. But they don't never have Flash do that shit. The Flash could just get like he ain't got to punch people. You give him like a metal pipe. You know what I'm saying? He just, blink. Imagine get hit by a metal pipe. Just moving at the speed that he... Like I said, he's supposed to be the most overpowered motherfucker. Taking it, he can make himself immaterial and straight up run through time into other dimensions and shit like that. The Flash is supposed to be the most overpowered motherfucker just in the fucking DC universe, period. They ain't gonna never write the shit like that. Now, they done wrote it to where, he's powerful enough to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? But not people. Anyway. Yeah, it's a bunch of that blurry shit going on where he just all over the goddamn place. You're like, goddamn, this motherfucker's shit. And he just, he ain't got to put in no effort with nobody unless this Hawkman put up a big ass fight against him. And I'm not 100% sure that Hawkman is supposed to be able to stand up to fucking Black Adam. I'm watching a movie. I'm like, goddamn, I'm like, shit, Hawkman's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You just can't fuck him over. It's just like, okay. But I'm like, really, I don't think Hawkman is that damn, he ain't up there like where he could just fight with just Black Adam. He just not. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that is. You know what I'm saying? They don't put all the lore into the goddamn shit. I don't know what lore is inclusive or exclusive or what's meant to be in, but I know that Inf Metal and some of the media that I've taken in, I'm just going to say that, the stuff that I've taken in, Inf Metal disrupts magic. That might be some shit just in the cartoon. I don't know if it's in the goddamn comics, but I know when Hawk Girl had her fucking mace, that people that use magic couldn't fuck with her, for the most part. Because that mace disrupts magic. You start spelling her, she, you know, I mean, you have a little barrier, magical barriers motherfuckers throwing up, she take that goddamn inf fucking mace and just bash through that shit. Because it disrupts magic. That's what I'm chalking this shit up to. Hawkman is covered in inf metal armor, damn near from head to toe. And he has the inf metal mace or whatever the fuck. He can do whatever the fuck he had. That mace he had was pretty cool because he apparently could just have that bitch transform into an axe if you want, depending on what the fuck you want to do. And I'm just gonna say that he was able to stand up to Black Adam, whose powers are magical, because he was armored in inf metal, and that kind of evened the shit out. Otherwise, no, he ain't supposed to stand up to no fucking Black Adam. He just not. He just fucking not. But anyway, the boy who talked too fucking much. I was happy when he was off the screen. He just talked too fucking much. It's always that one character in the movie that irritates the fuck out of you. Now, he kind of disappears after a while. Early in the movie, he just I mean, if I was to meet Black Adam, I'd probably talk too much too. I don't know. But yeah, he was like, get him off the fucking screen, please. I don't want to hear no more from him. You know, I don't want to hear no more from him. Fuck that little boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like kids in movies. I don't. You know, at least not like that. Motherfucker just talk. Motherfucker tell you to shut the fuck up. The motherfucker just told you to shut the fuck up. And it was funny because he wouldn't let Black Adam was looking at him and he was like, move out my way. He wouldn't move. Black Adam picked this motherfucker up, moved him to the side. This motherfucker was talking the whole goddamn time. He picked him up and moved him. He did not miss not one word, motherfucker. Breathe, motherfucking shit. So I enjoyed that, but it was just that particular moment. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at Black Adam being annoyed at this kid talking so goddamn much. And then the kid not talking, so he just picked his ass up and moved him out the way. But the kid just wouldn't, he just kept talking through the whole goddamn thing. I'm like, shit, get the fuck out of here. What else happened? I don't know what the fuck else happened. I like the movie. There was some shit in it that, you know, it's always stuff in movies that make me roll my eyes, but I have to, you know, I roll my eyes at a lot of shit. So that ain't really saying nothing, to tell you the truth. Be roll me, man, oh man, get the fuck out of here. It happens. Like the whole Black Adam trying to get a catchphrase type of shit. Yeah, he tried to get a catchphrase and he couldn't do the catchphrase shit right. It was like, you might want to do the catchphrase before you kill a motherfucker. Don't do it and then kill him. Black Adam is not a catchphrase guy. He's just not. And then they had in the movie where he did the catchphrase, but it was like too late for him to do it. He was just like, oh, fuck it. Fuck it. I tried. You know, I'm trying to, you know, he finally had a little catchphrase or whatever, fucking, it was just like, I was just like, that's not. I think, what did he say? Tell him the Man in Black syndrome or some shit like that. I'm wondering who came up with this shit first. Probably the people when Jane Foster and Thor was trying to come up with a fucking catchphrase or some shit. I'm like, who's copying who? I don't think either one of those turned out. I don't think neither one of those panned out all too well towards the end. It's just like, all right, fuck out of here. But I liked the movie well enough. But towards the end, You kind of waiting for the shit to kind of fall off the rails, and it didn't. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of people, I don't know. I just got through watching the movie, and I'm just like, I'm not. I will watch some reviews on the movie, but I'm not gonna just, watch a bunch and then have my goddamn opinion skewed by what somebody else fucking thinking of the movie. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna do my review, and then I'll watch some motherfucking reviews on the movie, see what other people thought of it and shit like that. But I ain't gonna watch no reviews. People gonna start pointing out little shit. People start pointing out fucking what's that? The little Easter eggs and shit. I mean, I will never see none of that shit. Other than, some obvious shit that you can't miss, like the little baby that had on the Superman fucking, they had a couple of Superman shits placed up in there. You had the one kid with the Superman pajamas, and you had one right after the beginning, after they took Black Adam home, and Black Adam woke up in the bed. I don't know what the fuck he did, but it was a Superman poster on the wall with the face burnt out. Like, I guess he had shot off some sparks, and he had accidentally burnt a hole in the Superman poster. But it was just right over the face of the Superman. So you could see the Superman poster, but the face was on fire and shit. It's just like, yeah, that got a message behind it. You know what I'm saying? That got a goddamn message behind it. There ain't no telling how much more of that other shit. I can't, like I said, I'm vision impaired. And even when I wasn't vision, I ain't looking for that shit. I'm not looking for, what I'm saying? I watch movie reviews and shit. It's fun to go look at some of that stuff after the fact. But I'm like, what kind of goddamn vision you got to where you can see that shit? Because them people that make these movies, they go way out of their way to stick all these references and shit inside the goddamn movie. There's more references in the movie than the movie is goddamn self. And then it'd be like some obscure ass shit that I'm just like, the shit that only super nerds will know. And then it's shit in there that only people that was making the fucking movie would know. It's just, they stick so much extra shit in the movie. Then when you actually look at it, and don't let it be a fucking horrible ass movie. And then you be like, that's why the movie suck. Y'all spent more time on Easter eggs than y'all did on the fucking plot. Shit. There's been a couple of movies like that. I'm like, if they'd have spent more time actually trying to make this a better movie instead of trying to be smart and stick all kind of shit in the background, they could have, the movie could have been great. Spend too much time doing other shit. So, yeah, we get to the end of the movie, and I'm just like trying to figure out how it's gonna end, because they made it seem like that Black Adam was just out of the fucking picture altogether, and you kind of be like, well, how this gonna end? I mean, if Black Adam is gone, then how the fuck this shit supposed to go? Shit, what the fuck is going on? And that's where you don't, when you stream it at home, don't check your time, don't look at the little progress bar, just watch the fucking movie. Because you don't need to see how long it's left in the movie, because if you look at that shit will ruin it. It'll be like, it's only like 20 minutes left in the movie. So shit you need to be sitting there watching the movie, unaware of how much time is left for the movie. Because I didn't even look. I didn't check the time. I didn't look to see how long the movie was and no shit like that. The only thing I know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this movie should be over by now. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the movie should be over by now, just by my biological clock. And Black Adam at this point ain't in it. And there's still shit going on. So, I don't know what the fuck they plan on doing. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't know what they plan on doing with the movie going forward. Like I say, I can actually click on headlines now to see if there's some shit. If The Rock be like, fuck that shit, I ain't doing no more goddamn Black Adam movies, or he looking forward to the next Black Adam movie, or what Henry Cavill is gonna do if they gonna make another fucking Superman movie. Because I'm like, I don't know what the you know what I'm saying. That's the thing about the fucking headlines. You don't know what the fuck going on. I done sat here and watched Henry Cavill dressed up as fucking Wolverine for a Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? Is he doing both? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can, depending on the production schedule. If they want a motherfucker bad enough, then I mean they could make that shit happen where he could be Superman and fucking Wolverine. I mean, that's a payday for your ass. I mean, at that point, you ain't got to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. You ain't got to do nothing else. He probably ain't got to do nothing else at this point. You know what I'm saying? At this point, he probably ain't got to do nothing, got to do shit else. But you know, after a while, you usually get tired of shit. But I mean, you get a legacy role to where you playing a character, you are that fucking character, like Superman. I'm like, shh. I'm like, bro, you take that. You know they're gonna be throwing big bucks at you. Take that shit and you get another studio and you get to play Henrik in that. You ain't gonna have no time. You gonna have to wait till you about 60 years old before you get to enjoy it and the goddamn thing. But shit, at the time you like, okay, you get a however many picture deal or how many appearances or whatever you get when you sign on to that shit for however much money. I have no idea. Now it's just like I wonder how much. You know, what's his name walked away with a shit ton of money. Robert Downey Jr. I'm pretty sure what's his name. What's his name? Fucking Sam Jackson. You know, Sam Jackson probably walked away with a shit ton of goddamn money. Probably not Robert Downey Jr. money, but for somebody that does what he does, that's like easy work from him because he ain't playing nobody. Sam Jackson just go in there and be Sam Jackson. He said, what costume do I need to put the fuck on? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be who I am. I'm just changing the name and the look, but this is the personality, motherfucker. You ain't getting shit else. You know what I'm saying? I think right when that shit started, I think he got like a 9-picture deal or some shit like that. I'm not sure what all that entails. I'm not sure if he get a certain amount of money just as a block. You know what I'm saying? But he contractually obligated to appear in such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? Because Sam Jackson is not his movie type of guy. It's no Nick Fury movie. You know what I'm saying? But he getting paid a lot of money to be in the movies. Probably not as much as well, you know what? Now that I think about it, what's his name wouldn't hardly getting paid shit. What's that fucking Scarlett Johansson? She ain't get on movie till the shit was over with. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't getting paid a whole lot. Now that I think about it, let me get out of that. Yeah, but with DC, you know, you hope that they, you know, I'm going to forever be pissed that I don't have Batfleck. There's a lot of people going to be pissed off. I like the fucking Ben Affleck Batman. You know what I'm saying? I did. I like the Ben Affleck Batman. Motherfuckers can dislike that shit if they. I don't give a fuck. As far as movie Batman went, that was my favorite one. I like Batfleck. Too bad we didn't get more of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Too bad we did get more of that shit. Now I gotta go watch Justice League and shit over and over again if I want to enjoy that shit. I watched the other Batman movie. It wasn't bad, but I'm just like, man. It seemed like it was too soon. It just do. It seemed like it was too soon. I'm like, there's another Batman movie coming out. I'm like, didn't we just get fucking back? I guess they talk about shit for so long, then the new one come around, and it seemed like, you know, it just came. No, that shit came out a long ass time ago. It just people never stopped talking about it. It's 5 years later or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know they have to make those movies, or else they lose the rights. I don't know if that's true for Batman, but yeah, whatever. In general, when they have properties like that, you have to make a movie, or else you lose the rights. But I mean, it wasn't bad. You know, it was like a Batman movie that most people would, well, most hardcore Batman fans would like, since it's a detective movie. It's not a real Batman goes around and beat the hell out of everybody type of movie. It's an actual detective movie because I seen the movie once, and I do remember Batman getting his ass whooped a few times in that movie because it's a young Batman movie. It's not a, you know, 35, 40-year-old Batman that can just go around and just beat the hell out of everybody because he's been doing this shit forever. This is a young Batman movie, and it comes out in the movie. So yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know if they gonna try to squeeze all this shit together or they gonna keep doing a standalone movies and shit like that. Because I mean, they be stupid to not make another Wonder Woman movie. They just don't need to make another Wonder Woman 1984. They just need to not ever do that shit. Matter of fact, they might need to just take that off. Take that off of fuck HBO Max. Just take it off. That movie was stupid. It just was. A lot of people didn't mind Aquaman, but I don't care for Aquaman. It's not. I didn't care for it. I ain't gonna say it was bad, but I just didn't care for it. I could skip Aquaman, which I did. Aquaman had been out for a long ass time before I actually ended up seeing it over somebody's house. You know, on whatever they, on however they watched it on TV. A long ass time. It wasn't like it just started streaming. You want to watch it? No, that shit had been out for well over a year. I know at least. Out of the movies. And I'm thinking it was probably a lot longer than that, but it was a while before I seen it. I had no interest in watching it at all. Seeing Aquaman in Justice League and shit was fine, but the other movie, they supposed to be making another Aquaman. It is what it is. Whether they gonna try to tie all this shit in together, I don't know. There's a lot of shit like Birds of Prey. I like Birds of Prey. I do. I watched the movie. I was like, I like this. This is fun. I like it. It's dumb, but it's supposed to be dumb. There's certain shit about certain movies that's supposed to be dumb. So it is what it is. Whatever. Are they gonna keep making those? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if they're gonna keep making those or the Suicide Squad movies, and if they gonna take some of those characters and branch them out, whatever the fuck. Because they still using Amanda Waller. At least whether it's the same Amanda Waller, carrying over to all these different universes, they still using Viola Davis. That's her name. They still using all the goddamn. They still using the same actress. So I'm like, okay, there's some hope. And when I seen Viola Davis, that's what I thought. I was like, there's some hope. That a lot of this shit is just gonna still be, because Viola Davis is only in the movie like that long though. She's in it at the beginning, she's in it at the end. But Amanda Waller is a character that Viola Davis could play without leaving her house. Only thing they need to do, mail her some clothes. She put on that clothes and shoot a scene at her fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Or green screen some shit at her fucking house. Because she ain't going to be on screen that long. Amanda Waller is a cold ass character, but she ain't supposed to be the main of nothing. She ain't supposed to be just, she got to be a cold hearted bitch. That's it. They don't take, a whole goddamn monologue for 15 goddamn minutes to get that point across. She only got to say a couple of goddamn lines, which is kind of what kind of pissed me off at the end of this movie. When Amanda Waller popped back up to what's his name? He's at the end. Black Adam. And I'm just like, and she was talking to Black Adam, telling him that, you don't, It was telling Black Adam about himself. He was a killer and all this other stuff. You might be a hero in Condor, but don't step foot out of Condor. Else we'll deal with you. I'm like, why you? Didn't you just see? You just sent a team of motherfuckers out there to deal with this dude, and he kicked all 4 of their ass. All 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, they just kicked all 4 of their asses, man. They're just like, come on. Why are you threatening this dude? This dude, at this point, Black Adam ain't done shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, he killed a bunch of people, but it was, the Black Adam at this point in time. I mean, he fucked over some people, some criminals. You know what I'm saying? That fucking with people. Boy, don't fuck with that dude. You call this dude up and threaten him. Don't leave Condor, cause that's your ass. Basically, that's what the fuck she said. And he was like, ain't nobody on earth gonna just stop me. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I can make a call in a favor and have some people that's not from earth deal with you. And it's just like, don't poke the bear. And that kind of pissed me off, because I'm like, at that point, the shit in Condor was settled. The little dude, they did the crown shit, all the other stuff that I didn't explain. And, Black Adam came back after he was gone from the fucking movie for a while. He came back, and because he was the only one that was going to be able to beat the demon, because it's his goddamn movie. And they killed off Dr. Fate. I'm like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you just kill off Dr. Fate? It's just like, they have to kill somebody. I'm like, really? Dr. Fate, of all people? That seemed like somebody you would need, unless that goddamn helmet end up in the hand of somebody else somewhere down the line, and there's another Dr. Fate. From what I understand, it can be the person that's wearing the helmet is not Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is the conglomeration of whoever's wearing the helmet, and I forget the name of the Lord of Order that's, that possesses you when you put on the helmet. So they can always do that, and it'll be a different person inside the fucking helmet. Because, I mean, I just watched Justice League, and 3 different people had the fucking helmet on, so whatever. It's like, yeah. But what was I talking about? Oh, she is just, why are you threatening the dude? He just kicked it. You sent the team over there with people that should probably be able to do the job, except for those 2 nothing ass characters that I don't fucking, Atom Smasher and fucking Tornado Girl, whatever the fuck her name is. Just, I don't get it. It's just, those 2 characters, I'm just like, if somebody would have died, I was hoping it would be one of those 2. Hopefully Atom Smasher, because Atom Smasher just seemed like a throwaway ass fucking character. I'm just, the girl, the girl with the tornado powers or whatever the fuck, you be like, okay, she's a cute girl. You might not want to kill her, but the dude, he's a fucking doofus to start with. How the fuck did he make the team to send over there? He's fucking useless. They're sending him over there as comic relief, like for real. We need comic relief on the goddamn team. You are it. You will not be able to help in the fight at all. You will do dumb shit, hopefully make some people laugh, and then you will get knocked out in the middle of the goddamn street when you laying there snoring like a goddamn asshole. That's it. Yeah, but they show what's his name? Kill a fucking demon. That little demon that came back and whatnot, that only fucking Black Adam could fuck Death Adam at the time or whatever the fuck. Because his name is not Black Adam throughout the whole movie. It's Death Adam throughout the movie. It ain't Black Adam until the title pop up at the end of the movie. Literally. That's it. It's never called Black Adam. So, it's actually Death Adam. And he fight the demon, and after all this fighting and lightning and fire shit that's going on between the two, and he finally get the upper hand, and then he just kind of ripped the whole goddamn demon in half, which you will never fucking see in a Marvel movie ever. The only thing about that is, because I'm like, the physiology just wouldn't let you rip somebody straight in half like you tearing a piece of paper. Just, you could probably slice a motherfucker like that, but you can't tear a fucking body apart from the head and just kind of split it straight into. That's not how physiology works. But anyway, he ripped that whole motherfucker in half. And the thing about that is that it was just a bunch of fire and shit on the inside. It wasn't like guts and blood and all kind of weird shit on the inside of it falling out and all kind of shit. No, it was a bunch of fire and shit. So they was able to get away with that, I guess. He just ripped that motherfucking head. I was like, that would never happen on a fucking movie. It probably could. It probably could make it a movie. They showed that chick after Quagmire on Family Guy. On Family Guy, they showed that chick after he fucked that chick with that goddamn penis enhancement pill. And they showed that woman. She was like split in half all the way up through here. All this is just wide ass anatomy open. They showed that. I was like, they actually put that in there. How the fuck did they skip that by? Was that some shit that made it to Netflix? Is that some shit that made it to Netflix? You could watch that shit when it's streaming somewhere, but didn't actually make it onto the fucking the network. Was that an episode that was banned? Because they showed that shit. Yeah, it was like she even made it to work the next day. What a trooper. The bitch was literally split in two. Like somebody fucked that bitch with a watermelon. It's just like, ugh. Nasty. What else? I mean, and I saw the post-credit scene where Superman showed up. I guess that was the. I just watched the shit. I can't remember. Because when Amanda Waller popped up, and then she talked the shit to him, and he was like, "Can't nobody stop me." And she was like, "Yeah, maybe I get somebody not from Earth to come get you." Blah, 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 blah. And then he kind of, whatever the image she had projected, he blew that image up. And out of where that smoke was, Superman kind of came up out of that smoke and said, it's been a long time since somebody's, made the world nervous like this. We need to talk. And you never know how that's going to turn out. Because apparently, Amanda Waller don't know that fucking Superman is weak to magic. I don't know if he's been exposed to that yet inside this particular DC universe. I don't know if he has. He hasn't been exposed to magic yet. If he hadn't, if they go through with this, Superman gonna get his ass whooped. You gonna need Dr. Fate. Y'all already killed Dr. Fate off. I'm telling you. I'm like, Amanda Waller, you don't. I guess they don't. They just know that he might be weak to kryptonite or some shit. They don't know that he weak to kryptonite and magic, motherfucker. Yeah, that's the difference between like Captain Marvel or Shazam and Black Adam. You ask people, they always want to be, who will win in a fight between all of those. And I mean, between Captain Adam and Shazam, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a toss-up because you would kind of give that power to you, and you give that edge to Black Adam because Black Adam has had that power longer than Shazam has. You know what I'm saying? He's had the power longer than Shazam has. I watched the cartoon where those two them fought before, and that was the edge. That, matter of fact, hold on, who was in the fucking movie? Did he fight Black Adam in the movie? Am I thinking about a cartoon or a movie? I can't remember. I don't want to go watch that movie again. And even then, I'm talking about DC movies. Motherfuckers was getting dusted off in fucking in Shazam too. You watch Shazam and you be like, ploof, 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 ploof. And the motherfuckers, I was like, oh, they dead. They dead. They dead. They not laying on the floor moaning and unconscious Marvel, knocked out. No, them motherfuckers is dead. They gone. They gone. That was in the Shazam movie. And that shit is kind of kiddish. And I was like, damn, they got motherfuckers getting killed in this shit. I was just like, DC don't play. If motherfuckers was getting killed in the Shazam movie, where the fucking protagonist is literally a fucking kid, Shazam is a fucking kid. They gonna always go with that. Now he ain't always a kid. Shazam been around for fucking 100 years at this point. In some stories and shit, he's actually done grown up and got kids of his own fucking own. You know what I'm saying? They don't, Billy Batson got the Shazam family. A lot of people don't know. Yes, Shazam has actually grown up in some universes. He is grown. He's gone from Billy Batson the kid up to being Billy Batson the fucking grown up. With kids. You know what I'm saying? He done grown up and fucked some people. Made some other little ones. And them kids done grown up the way he done gave them powers. Because apparently you can share that goddamn shit. Because Black Adam has the same thing. He has a son that has the same little powers he has. Anyway. Fuck was I talking about? Anyway. I think I done made it all the way to the end of the movie. It's a movie worth watching. I done spoiled some shit, but I mean, it's whatever. It's not like I'm expecting to have like 100,000 people watch this goddamn video. You know what I'm saying? It's like 100,000 people watch this video. No. I'm just talking. I liked the movie. It was okay. It ain't the best. And it is far from the worst. You know what I'm saying? It is far from the worst. Now, I'm going to go watch some reviews on this shit. And since I've been made my own goddamn video, I don't give a fuck. A lot of people will be like, man, this shit was horrible. Look at this. And blah, 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 blah. And they going to point out a whole bunch of shit that I didn't see. And it's just like, I don't care. If I didn't see it, it wasn't meant for me to see it. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't see it, it wasn't meant for me to see. So I don't care. The movie was all right. It's all right enough to where I'm hoping that they build on it. You know what I'm saying? However they plan on building on shit. I just hope they do a good job at it. I ain't going to say they need to follow some kind of, Marvel-esque type of strategy or not. No, don't. You don't need to do that. You really don't. You just worry about the next goddamn movie or the next character, and make sure that if you do have plan on having these movies tie in, make sure that the continuity is kind of there, which is kind of fucked off. You might have to write Batman out of all this shit. They got a new Batman, but are you gonna put that Batman in with the rest of the shit? Are you gonna put this Batman in with the rest of the shit? Because at this point, you can't have any Robins or anything like that, because the Batman we got is too young for that. He too young to where he would have any Robins. There wouldn't have been no Dick Grayson at this point and no shit like that. Do you want to pull that shit into it? Like, nah. You got to figure out and stop killing off goddamn characters. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill off Dr. Fate. Don't kill off Dr. Fate. Kill off Atom Smasher. He ain't gonna do shit else. He ain't gonna do nothing else. You can kill him off. Don't nobody care. It's a whole bunch of other people you can bring in. At least I hope it is. A whole bunch of other people you can bring in. I don't know. That gets me to this point. I'm at the end of this goddamn video. I'm the Atom Smasher. I'm just like, he don't live up to his goddamn name. He didn't smash shit. he did kind of smash Black Adam. He smashed Black Adam, Death Adam. He smashed him into the ground. You were like, that was it. He was like, he couldn't hold him now. You know what happened? Adam bust up out that shit and knocked his ass and put his ass to fucking sleep. That's what he did. That's what the fuck he did. There's a bunch of dry ass humor in there, which is it's a bunch of stuff that kind of get you acknowledge that the fact that they made a joke, but it ain't enough to make you laugh. You just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like the sarcastic shit, the little sarcastic joke they ain't going back and forth between him and Dr. Fate. Shit wasn't funny. It was just like, it wasn't goddamn funny. It's just, okay, they got some humor in it, but what you expect from fucking Black Adam? He's not a funny goddamn character. Ain't nobody in there funny. Ain't nobody in there supposed to be funny. Black Adam, he's not a funny character. He's about as opposite of funny you can get. Dr. Fate, damn sure ain't funny. Hawkman, damn sure ain't funny. I don't know who the fuck the Tornado Girl is. Atom Smasher is just, he should have died instead of Dr. Fate. He should have been the one that died. Matter of fact, yeah, why would you do that? They basically sent two young ass people with these two veterans, Dr. Fate and Carter Hall. I don't even know if they said Carter Hall, but Carter, whatever, Hawkman. Two OGs, and you sent there with two young ass motherfuckers that seemingly seem like they ain't never been out in the field before. Just, I don't know, whatever. One of those people should have died instead of Dr. Fate. Killed Dr. Fate off in another movie that kind of warrants it. This one don't warrant it. It just don't. Anyway, can't think of nothing else. I'll think of a whole bunch of shit once I stop recording. So, and my tea is gone. It's to the point now where I'm about to just, yeah. There's nothing in there. I'm gonna have to pull out the goddamn tea bag and just, if I do that, that's an image that I do not need to be putting on the internet. Anyway, let me get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna check y'all later on the flip side.